At Carnival, we all think a lot of Troy Jones. All his tunes, they have some kind of truth to them, and this one's no exception. This is called "But It Helps."
It's a little weird to have all these great songwriters, coming out tonight and singing my songs, and I was really honored about it. I really am. I could probably tear up if I wanted to,
Don't need to be sexy, make me smile, but it helps.
I started 25 or 30 years ago and sneaking around writing songs, putting them in a shoebox on the top of my closet and not playing them for anybody. And I was always fascinated with songwriters and songwriting as a kid.
I don't want a fast car, don't need a 4-lane highway. There's not another place I'd rather be.
There's a warmth and a humor and a gentleness, but also a ruggedness in his songwriting, and that's his personality too, really. And I don't think he can not be genuine. I think his songs, I don't think he knows how to write songs in a way that aren't just a pretty honest expression of who he is. And he speaks in song language. It's like just the things that he says are lyrics waiting to happen.
Well, the table's packed and the deck is stacked, but the dealer's got my back. Still I keep folding.
I always had this feeling inside of me that one day I was going to work in the music business, and I didn't know how, and I couldn't explain that to people. I went to a Randy Travis concert, and I came away from that concert so fired up because here was this young guy, this young kid singing traditional country music, and that's what I love. And so I left that concert that night vowing that whatever time God had left for me on the face of this earth, I was going to write songs. And that's what I did, and I just, just kept digging, kept chasing. I got hungry for it, and I tried to learn everything I could about songwriting.
Just another wrinkle in the road.
He wanted to make it happen. He would just drive to Nashville and sit at the Bluebird or sit at a writer's route and just listen and see what it's like and meet people. With no promise of anything, drive back home. He knew he had a gift, and he was just trying to figure out how to use it.
When I looked around, took stock, drove back to the neighborhood where I grew up.
There's 2 or 3 times, at least that many, where I just thought, man, it's not going to happen. And my wife said, God gave you a talent, and just use it, and keep doing it. And those were very critical, crucial, important things to hear from people close to you. I just kept plugging, and like I said, with the help of all these people and them telling me to keep going, it was very important.
I'll see you somewhere down the road.
I've worked in a paper mill for 20 years, and I knew that the only thing that would get me out of the mill would be the guitar.
Has anybody seen me lately? 'Cause the man I used to be moved on.
I could only pass along what was passed along to me from other writers, older writers. I think it was Harlan. I met him at an NSAI function, and he had listened to one of my songs, and he said, quit writing from your head and start writing from your heart.
I already know a thing or two about hardwood floors.
And I was riding down a road one day, just drinking a cup of coffee and way out in the country. And I started trying to think of 3 things that you couldn't argue with. And I said, God is great, beer's good, and people are crazy. And a lot of the first verse started coming, and I just so happened to have a writing appointment the following week with Bobby Braddock, and I played what little bit I had for him, and he loved it, and that's where it came from.
But God is great, and beer's good, and people are crazy.
I come from a long line of cotton farmers and moonshiners, and working people that sat it on the porch at the end of the day and sang songs, and just for their soul, not to make money, but to feed their soul, and you know, not to be dramatic about it, but that's the truth. And I guess I was born with a love for music, you know.
And I left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, people are crazy,